this Negro off my page.
Hell yeah. I'm a
Dope
thief.
music.
I'm a topic thief.
I
All right,
see.
man. So y'all know what it is. First of all, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, Miss Lady. One time for the one time.
It's your favorite bird, always bringing the word. Tia Songbird in the building. She fly. I am an artist from Chicago. I'm an artist and an entertainer, a singer and a songwriter. Also, I am a spiritual advisor. And man, I'm just out here doing my shit.
Okay. Okay. All right, so listen. Since you are an artist, let's talk about this. Music this day and age or old school. Why do you feel which do you feel fits you? Are you an old soul or you a part of the new generation?
I am most definitely a bit of both.
Okay.
But I will tap into the old school more. They were more meaningful to me. Like I resonate a lot with their feelings, their
Mm.
emotions.
I believe listen, some of this music that's being played now could probably be good if I could understand what the fuck they be saying half the time.
But see, are we talking
So,
about those artists that see when you say new music, you gotta clarify who you talking about because like I still listen to Fantasia, I still listen to Monica, I still listen to
I
Brandy,
yeah.
I listen to Chrisette Michelle, you know, which they all got that old school to them.
Well,
So
see, well, see, R&B, and rap. I listen to more R&B than I do nowadays with rap. But see, R&B, when you go back to R&B, what we grew up on compared to what it is now, like to me, I don't feel like these dudes and these women are singing with love no more. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, in the early 90s, even in the early 2000s, when you heard a song, you felt good about hearing it because you knew that that song came from a place of love. Like, for example, when you hear Mary J. Blige, now I'm not the biggest Mary J. Blige fan because I feel like a lot of her songs are men hating songs. But when you, yeah, and I'm gonna get to that. But when you hear Mary, you feel her pain, you feel everything. Fantasia, you feel it. Monica, all of those beautiful singers. When you listen to Genuine and Tank and Tyrese and all and Jodeci and all, you feel it. This day and age, the music is just like, but I think because thinking about when we was a kid, like you know how people will say 20 years from now we'll be the old drunk uncles and drunk aunties at the parties telling people, "Ah man, y'all don't know nothing about this." Ooh, so I get it. And I listen to both old school and new school. It's just to
mhm.
me a lot of times you have to go back into the old because that's where you felt like music meant something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it don't mean like with me. I'm gonna tell
Hold
you.
on.
Here's the thing. Take your
Come
time.
get the dog. I'm back, bro.
I like listening to the underground stuff more than I do the mainstream music. And I like listening to the underground more than I do the mainstream because when I listen to the underground, I hear the hunger. You know what I'm saying? I hear like, oh, I'm gonna put my best effort because I want to be heard.
And not just
Mainstream,
that, they They still own their creative rights, so you get in the true, pure them. You're not
Yeah.
getting nothing fake. You know what I'm saying? You're getting them. Even if they are rapping something that's not about their lives, it still comes out in a way to where they're expressing how they felt about a situation, or what they seen, what they experienced. It's still coming from that place. It's coming from a real place. Now, mainstream, it's all orchestrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all planned. It's not coming from that place. I guess
Yeah,
you
and
can
it's
say humble.
yeah. And you know what? They fall in line with what record labels and things want instead of actually being able to be themselves. And that's why I think a lot of these artists are not, because in this day and age, back in the days, you had to have a label behind you. This day and age, you don't need a label. Like you
At
can
all.
you can push and distribute things yourself, and you keep a majority of the money. Nowadays, it's like think about Summer Walker and the contract she signed. And I was like, yo, they are really, really robbing this woman. And now, I heard her say that she don't even have the inspiration to do music like she wants because she gets nothing from it. Like she got one of the
I don't really know much about Summer Walker. I don't follow her. It's only like a few new artists that really catch me, like LMA and um Seventh Streeter,
mm,
um SZA, like because their music is deep. You feel what I'm saying? They got deep music, but I can honestly like say what I feel where she coming from with that, because I remember taking a 3 year hiatus myself back when I was a little younger because of the deals, or luckily the contract that I did sign at the time wasn't longer than 2 years,
mm,
and I refused to do music. I refused to do anything under that contract, and a lot of stuff got stolen from me, and it did take away my thrill, my drive for
yeah.
music, because it's
Mm,
like at that time, of course, I wanted to get in the music business. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
And that was the goal. So it was like, damn, if it's gonna be like this, what am I doing it for? And I had to be like 17, 18 at the time.
I remember you
So
telling me about that. Yeah.
yeah, and
Um
I was
s-
just like, so I understand where she coming from, getting ripped off, and you putting in all this hard work
yep.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you ever catch this show, this podcast right here, something I'm gonna tell you just like this, baby girl. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? Try to get up out of that contract. Like, don't give up on don't give up on your talent for nobody. Because she is talented. I heard a couple of her songs. I didn't know it was her
Yeah.
until someone told
Yeah.
me it was her.
Now,
And
now,
she's talented.
yeah, I mean, listen, if you know what you're doing with the music business, you know what I'm saying, and you got a strong management team behind you, or not even management, like I always tell people that I work with or I have dealt with, hey man, get your paperwork in order. You know what I'm saying? Get your paperwork in order, get your business affairs in order. Because a lot of times people thought music was just get on a microphone, record it, and then put it out. They didn't understand it's a lot more to music than just getting on a microphone and recording it. Like if your business ain't together, you getting
But you gotta understand, like, the era where most of us artists came from. No, we did know the business aspect of it
yeah,
because we weren't enlightened about that. Like you said, the record labels and everything, people needed record labels, so that's who handled everything. You know what I'm saying? I think that just transferred over in the era of 2011, 2012, where the
Mm.
independent artists really started kicking up to where people started learning the business and paying more attention to what's
Yep.
going on with their paperwork and their affairs and the split sheets and ASCAP and BMI and DistroKid and shit like that because we didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I
so we
mean,
couldn't pass that knowledge on to the artists after us when we just now learning it ourselves.
I felt like, listen, one thing about me, because I had a real thrill for music. Like, I wanted to do music. But then it was like, when I started doing it, all the politics and stuff that was going on with me, and it was just like, I don't want to do it. And then I decided, because I felt like in Chicago, everything is saturated and crowded anyway. Everybody wants to rap. Everybody, it's easier for singers, but everybody wants to rap. So it was like, I'm not even finna even entertain all of this. And so that's what made me wanted to get into podcasting. I was like, yo, I could do that because, it ain't really a huge lane. And I started podcasting about 3 years ago before it took
I
off.
remember
You know what I'm saying? So it was
because
like,
we were supposed to do one together. But
yeah, yeah,
the thing with that is like it's enough room for everybody to eat.
yeah.
The thing with Chicago music scene that I don't like is it's too much competition.
Crab in the bucket.
Um, yeah, the politics is terrible here. Like,
Hmm.
and it's too much competition and too many people putting other artists in competition. Like that's the thing with this city alone. Like all 500 of us could really push this city and never need a record
Yep.
label outside of this. We got everything in the industry in Chicago. And that's what Chicago don't understand. We are an industry. We are a label. Like we don't have a major label here with a name attached to it, but that's what the hell we are. We got everything here. Everything
Yeah.
is in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
and the thing with that is too is they only see us as having one sound though. That's the drill sound. Like that's what they think Chicago has to only offer is the drill music. Like
But that's
that's
where it
what.
started from. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
like it didn't even really start from there. But what I'm saying is that came like in what 2011.
Drill started in about 2011. Yeah,
Yeah, that came in like 2011. We got people like Do or Die. We got people like
yeah,
Social Conflict, Soldiers at
yeah,
War, Right on Time. We got Psychodrama. Like, no, we are a trendsetting city, period. That's just what we are. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Like all the new sounds that people be hearing, that mainly came from here.
And
All
you
the
and a lot of them people that you named, you've been around. Have you actually have done? You've been doing music for a minute, man. I don't think people understand the resume of Songbird, man. But what are some of the people that? Okay, first of all, because I was gonna wait to get to this segment, but I was like, fuck it, we here now. Um, what is who influenced you to really start music? Like, what was your influences? Like, who what made you want to feel like, yeah, I could really sing and I could really do this? Like, who inspired you?
well, my mom, long live Tang Tang Gang. I just
Okay,
lost my
okay.
mom in April. Um,
My
my mom
condolences.
was the first person that inspired me to sing.
Mm,
The first major artist that I heard sing was Cheryl Pepsi Riley. My
mm.
mom played her a lot for me from a baby, and she would always play the song "Thanks for My Child." And she actually said I started singing that song. That was the first time she heard me sing when I was 18 months
Oh
old, and
wow.
I sung the whole song through. And she knew I could sing then. My first time ever remember me singing, I was young. I was about 4 years old, something like that. And when I knew I could sing, I won the talent show for my school in fourth grade, and I won everybody a skating trip at the school.
Okay.
And that was when I knew I could sing. And then just playing around with it, tapping into it, I was like um, 12 years old when I first started working with a manager.
Mm.
And we had a girl group, and it broke up. You know how it is because of jealousy and
Hold on. So
they.
you was in a girl group. What was the name of the group?
I can't even remember. You know how you just push stuff in the far back of your head, but I can't even remember the girl group. I just remember some of the songs and
Okay.
uh, and the people's name that was in the group.
So
But
y'all had issues over who was the lead singer. Y'all was
they had
fighting over.
issues. I ain't had no issues.
So you were the lead singer. Okay. Okay. I dig that.
And
All right. So
I didn't want to be though. I didn't want to be. But I did get pushed to the forefront, and it broke up because of that. And then that I was staying in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Then my mom, we had moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then by the time I turned 15, me, my sister, and one of our friends, we were called Juice. We started another R&B rap group. We were called Juice, and we were signed to Mr. Brooks.
okay.
And he was very major back then. And some shit got played with that, and we had to vamp from that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But he had us doing a lot of shows. We used to do shows with Twister and Do or Die, and Crucial Conflict and Right on Time and Psychodrama, and we used to do the shows with them
Legend
and
shit.
Mr. G's and um, California Gardens. Like we was kind of everywhere, and
Okay. Legend shit.
yeah, so I was like 15 at the time, 15, 16. And then like I turned like 17 when I got my first offer, and that was from Capitol Records.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, I messed that one up. I messed that one up. I didn't
So
take it
you
serious.
signed you sign that deal or was it just an offer?
It was an offer. I actually the A&R came out to my home, talked to my mom,
Mm.
talked to me. Um, I messed that deal up. Now that's one
Okay.
deal that I can honestly say I messed that deal up. I didn't take it seriously. They were trying to fly me out, and me being me, like I didn't want to do it. And I was playing a lot with my singing then, and I was doing this when I was doing competitions. It was called Showtime in Chicago,
Mm.
and I was winning a contest, and then they stopped me from competing um,
Yeah.
because there was a lot of complaints. So that's when I decided, like, I'm not doing contests anymore. I won't enter no
Complaints about you
contest.
winning?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what was told to me. Like, you can't compete anymore because this and that. Well, you're not gonna win this one because this. And I'm like, well, shit. Like, I'm just coming to sing anyways. I never, you know, it wasn't even about winning to me. It's just I did.
Right.
And yeah, I messed up that one with Capital. Now Arista, I didn't like the contract.
Mm.
You know, it was a
So
few. I have a few bills on the table.
Arista came after Capital and you didn't sign with neither one.
No,
Okay.
I've had like five, and I never signed. No,
Okay.
I got my own reasons for not signing. I don't want my creative control taken away. I don't want to be shelved. It's a lot of reasons. Now I can sign distribution deals with them too, but at the end of the day, they still got control over that. If I find the right one, we work out a good number, yeah, I'm gone. But until then, no,
Okay.
no.
So fast forward till after the deal. What happened after the deals that you didn't want to take? What happened after that? Where did you ever hit like a crossroads where you felt like this music game was not for you? Like, did you ever have one of those moments where you didn't want to do it?
Well, after the deals, I took a 7 year hiatus.
Okay. So that went
It
from
was
what years?
it was like my journey's so deep, y'all, and I gotta get personal. I guess I gotta tell my story. I actually took a 7 year hiatus because of my marriage, and my husband at the time didn't want me to sing. He didn't want me to, you know, do music. He always complained about guys being around. I have that in every relationship. Anyways, he
What year?
always
What year?
complained.
What year did the hiatus start?
It started in 2007.
So from 2007 to 2014.
Yeah. Well, 2013.
Okay.
2013. And I took that time off and I actually started back getting back to work in 2013, September of 2013 to be exact. Um, I had met people before that, like in 2011, and I think I did one show, and after that, it was like a no go again because of the same situation. I remember waking up in the morning sneaking, singing, training my voice because I had lost it. And I would get up every morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, singing. Like when my husband leave out and go to the work, I would get up like 6 o'clock in the morning and be singing my lungs out to like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and people would stand under the window and just listen to me sing, and they never knew it was me until one day I was humming coming out the courtway, and they was like, "That be you singing?" I'm like, "Yeah." They like, "Shorty, you dope," and I was like, "I gotta get that shit back. I gotta
So
do
let me
this."
ask you this: at that time did you have a regret for letting someone get the power for you to tell you to stop doing something that you wanted to do? Did you have any regrets about it, or did you feel like for the love of your marriage that you were willing to do whatever it took to keep it
I
afloat?
wouldn't quite say for the love of my marriage. It was more so for the vows that I took and the way that I viewed marriage at the time. It was my first marriage and I was young. I was 23. And how I viewed marriage was how we were raised. A woman should be submissive to their husband. And you got to
Okay.
do what you got to do to make sure that the marriage works. And yes, I did. Yes, I did regret it, but it's like a double-edged sword for me because, like, I regretted it on one hand, but then I learned a valuable lesson on the other hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't give me this gift. Like,
Exactly.
you shouldn't have control over that. And nobody should have control over that, whatever I choose to do with this gift, because I always followed the vine with whatever music I did. So therefore, like, you didn't give me this gift, so why should you be complaining about it? And actually, when I started going at it real hard, my marriage actually broke. It was already broke, but it crumbled. That motherfucker just.
Okay, so you got out of that marriage, and then were you back on the singing tip before it ended, or did you get back on it after it ended?
I got back on it before it actually crumbled. I met a guy named Anthony Macklin, and he introduced. Well, he took me to a event where it was nothing but stars there. So I met so many people that night, and this is when the music changed. This is when the independent change, all this stuff was coming into play. And I met so many people that night, and he was introducing me as a singer. And they were like, "Do you have music on YouTube? Do you have music?" Because I wasn't social media savvy. Like
Okay.
Facebook is my first social media ever. Like
Okay.
I didn't tap into that stuff. And they were like, "You have any music on YouTube? You got any videos? You got this?" And I'm like, "Damn, like I really gotta step my game up. If I'm gonna be out here claiming that I'm something, I gotta have some work show for it." And
Yep.
so he introduced me to the famous, the infamous Dr. Lena McLean. Shout out to her. She's my vocal coach.
Okay.
Um, Dope, dope. Google her. She is so dope. And I met her and she was inspiring me. And at the time, I was only doing concerts, her concerts, and I was doing plays. I was doing
Okay.
plays and concerts. I hadn't even hit the clubs yet. And then she kept referring. Everybody was referring me to Mary J. Blige. Um, and she was like, "You gonna replace her and this, that, and the third. You gotta keep at it." And she's like, "It's time for you to go to the clubs." It took me a minute. She pushed me out there like 2016. She like, "It's time for you to go to the clubs." It took me a minute to come to the clubs. I didn't quite come back to the clubs like with a big impact until 2018, but I did start shredding, going back to perform at the clubs with AJ Styles, um, Below or Do or Die, um, a few other people, and I would just go there, perform, and wasn't really on it, just trying it out, getting a feel for it, coming out to
Yeah.
support most of the time. And then, like in 2018, I had the biggest test of my life, and it was about me choosing me first. It was about self
Okay.
love, me put myself first, and I did Brandy Martin, my manager, um, Big Red Entertainment. I did her show for the Shy Atlanta tour, April 8th of 2018. And I was like, either give it, go hard or go home to it.
Facts.
And that was the night that I first showed my ass, like really just let it all hang out and get into my music and just feel free. And I won so much that night. And since then, it's just been that. And then after that, they labeled me the voice of the city.
Okay.
And it's just been up since then.
Yeah. I know. I know. Listen, music is therapy to a lot of people. Like whether you listening to it or whether you're actually doing it. If you really, really pay attention to an artist, they're telling you their life. That is the kind of artistry I love, when you're getting a life story from a musician or an artist, or you know what I'm saying, anything like that. And I'm very big on, if I can't be me, I don't want to do it. That's even
Mm-hmm.
with podcasts, and that's with music, that's with anything. If I can't be me, if you got to tell me who I can be, I don't want to do it. So I know, what does it feel like being able to do music, like what is, because I know you got your kids involved. I think you had a couple videos in the past, and I heard your kids singing or something like that. So what is that like? What does that do for you to see that, what you're blessed with is being passed down to the next generation?
Well, that just let me know I got some talented people in my family because this is a family thing. Like, it got passed down to me from both sides, like my mother and my father. You know what I'm saying? So, like, uh, me doing this music, it's like, it's an outlet for me, but
Mm,
it's more like a spiritual thing for me.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? It's deep. Like music is deep to me. That's why I'm very careful of what I allow myself to listen to. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? it's a deeper thing than what people realize. I guess that's what everybody's feeling when they say that it's a bunch of junk out here, and I don't look at it like that. I'll just say that I don't tap into it because everybody have a story, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that people can find an outlet for that. Because bottling a lot of stuff in is terrible. I remember being in a black hole, so I won't want nobody else to be that. But to see my children like hone that and like
Yeah.
really want, like, I didn't force them. They always seen me around the house because I was really a at home mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing came before my kids. Like, I would walk off a job when it came to my kids.
Facts.
So they always seen me singing. I would go hours singing in the
Mm.
house, like a 9 to 5, for real, like hours just walk around the house singing. And to see them come into that, but in their own, like, they not following up behind me, they just taking the lessons and applying it to themselves and being themselves. Like, I love it, and I feel like I did something right. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
did something right. I gave them an outlet, and to know that they look up to me that much. Like, they know every song I wrote. Just from me, the songs that I haven't
Kids
even
pay attention.
recorded yet. You
Oh
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They know the
Kids pay
songs
attention.
verbatimly. And they always supported me. They were like that fuel to my fire because they always pushed me to
Yeah.
sing more. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I'm talking about stood behind me 10 toes. It was always my children. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? It
Yeah.
was always them. And um, it's a it's a it's a glorious experience.
So if someone had never heard a Songbird song, what is the one song you would tell them to go listen to of yours? Like, just to get a
Well,
glimpse of who you are. What's your favorite song that you have put together?
that's hard.
I know I
So if
always
I
ask
want
people
if
that.
I want people if I want people to grow and I want people to heal, I would tell them go listen to It's All Good.
I like that record.
If I want them to feel sexy and I want them to be them, I would tell them go listen to Trips.
Another record. Video was solid. Video was solid. Um,
I mean, like, I feel like everything I do is dope because I'm big on word placements. So word placements is everything to me, and I put a lot into it, a lot of thought and a lot of experience. And every song I wrote is about true experiences I've
facts.
encountered. So man, like, it's different parts of the bird, it's different shapes.
Now you were doing Chicago Love and Hip Hop. Is that what it was at one point?
Yeah.
What how was that? Well, how was that experience? I don't know if you actually did it or was it just like a talking thing, a talking in the stages or whatever? How did that go about?
Well, it was some foot input behind it, but I actually can't tell you what really happened.
Mm,
I just think you have to keep people attention span because attention spans are very short these
facts.
days. So you have to keep them interested and intertwined in certain things. And so, and because we all got busy lives, and all of us have different things going on. So you really got to catch our attention with stuff. And people, I guess people start going doing different stuff, weren't able to meet up, and sometimes that can make a person give up on their project. Like, man, like, it just ain't gonna work out. And I'm gonna go do something else or focus somewhere else. So like I think that's what happened.
What projects you got going on now though?
As far as my music,
Yeah.
I'm still working on my album. I'm a big critic. Take him in the room. I'm a big critic of myself. So like that's why my album is not finished yet because I'm being very particular about what I want to put on the album. Now my EP, I know where I want to go with that. I know what I want to do with it. So I'm kind of finishing that one up. I just need this one beat remade. Um I'm finishing up on that one. That one is called Tea Light. Y'all hear my bird. What up? What up?
Yeah, I actually saw the video with the bird yesterday, and I was like, man, I hope he don't peck her, cause that bird was mighty close, and I was like, yeah, see, I'd have
That's my
jumped out of my
baby.
skin.
That's what it is. So,
Now, what kind of bird is that?
a cockatiel.
Okay. All right. So I took something off
But
your page.
I got tea light going on. My album is still the same, bro. Um, that's with Sweet Tia, Tia No Honey, and Hot Tia. It's called Spill the Tea. So I'm gonna be letting out a lot about me on that album. Um, we got Welcome to Red Spot Chicago, which is a reality show.
Okay.
Everything is getting edited and everything now. I started my spiritual business. It's called Tealicious, where I'm selling candles, spiritual bath kits, body butters, tea, my own tea. Um, I have a cipher in the works. That's my non for profit for the industry to give back to the community. But then it got a little twist to it. I can't give y'all all of it until I set it in stone because I don't want nobody taking my stuff, you know.
Okay.
But I got that going on. I'm working with the kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm still doing shows, but right now I'm in the works of putting on um, a tour
Okay.
with Couture Music Management and Big Red Entertainment.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. All right. So I took something off your page.
Oh Lord.
Introverts. All right. So which one are you, and why? And why do you feel that that's the best that fits you, or are you both?
I'm both, depending on who I'm around, but I'm really an extrovert. I used to be a introvert, like to myself, and very secretive, very private. And I just really started coming out of that shell a few years ago, you know. Um, so I'm an extrovert, more of an extrovert man. I live out loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen. I I like being to myself. I feel like I don't trust people too much
Yeah,
because every time you think somebody being too friendly, you
yeah,
gotta wonder now what's to you. But
yeah.
I realize that you gotta open up in this world. You know what I'm saying? In order to get to where you're gonna get to, you have to be, people. You have to be out there. You have to be in the open. You can't. Your life is a spectacle. Once you look at Jay-Z and Beyonce and all them, once as much privacy as they try to have, your
It will
life
never
is
be.
Your life is still on display 24 fucking 7. Everything that you do. So it's like you can have things private, true enough. But it's like once you step outside your house, the world is there. You're in the world now. You know what I'm saying? So I
And
had
see,
to open up.
mine was a little different because um, I've always been a spiritual person.
Mm,
Just I didn't speak about it. I didn't, because I know what I saw, but I know other people didn't see it, and I know, you didn't want to get judged or called crazy or stuff like that.
yeah.
But these last few years, Spirit been pushing me to be more
Mm,
open and to tell my story. Not only that, it's been people that's around me that's been pushing me to tell my story. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because I have a deep story. I've been through some things. I don't look like it, but I've been through some things. And I've overcome every obstacle. You feel me? So like, um, Spirit just been pushing me, like God just been like, no, this is your journey. You have to do this. You have to do that. Like, I don't want to sit there talking to people. I would rather sing all day. But then I was informed to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Stop giving free shows and know your worth. You
Facts.
know, so that's why a lot of times I won't sing on live because I know you remember I used to do it all the time. And people like so used to it and so comfortable with it to where they
Yep.
expect to see that all the time. And no one will come out to the shows or, things like that. So I stopped. Um, but I didn't know that my journey was gonna take the turn that it did, you know. And so that's where I had to become an extrovert. I was kind of like it was a choice, but it was a forced choice, you know.
So you was
And
forced. You felt like you was forced to open up and come out your shell.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Some people have that ability to. You know what I'm saying? Some people have that ability. Like that's the greatest feeling in the world when you can switch it on and off. Like you could
Mhm.
be to yourself and you could be to the world. And you know,
And I
for
come off like that to a lot of people too. I know that because like majority of the time, like I'll see you one day and I'll be laughing and giggling and playing with you and everything. And then the next day you see me, I'll probably be sitting over to the side by myself,
yeah,
like to myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm so used to. And I'm still working on breaking out of that, you know. It's hard to do that. Cause even as a kid, I didn't play with the other kids. I was the kid sitting in the room. They had to push me outside. I
I
was the
was the
kid
kid.
sitting in the corner reading a book. I was the kid making up stuff or writing poems and
Facts.
stuff like that. Like I was that kid. So
I was I was the kid bullying the other kids for their snacks. You know,
nah,
I wanted their snacks.
I was
If
the
I
kid that
had
always had to fight to prove her love. Nah,
if they gave me two cookies and they gave you two cookies, I want your two cookies too. God damn it! But
nah. See, I would have beat you up though. I was a quiet assassin. I was in school.
I
Um,
I know you get this a lot. Well, I don't know, but you could tell me if you get this a lot. Do you hate this slogan, the Grand Rising Queen slogan? Do you get that a lot? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Do you?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. A lot of people got their own interpretation and perception on it. Intentions are everything. When a person tell me grand rising, I feel like they want me to rise up. You feel what I'm saying? They want me to hit the sky. You feel me? Because when I say grand rising, that's what I mean by I want you to rise up. I want today to bring you everything your heart desires. I want you to have everything that's fulfilling to you. I want to see you smile. I want to. So when I say rising, that's what I mean. So when a person said to me, that's what I take it as. You know.
Okay. Some dudes, some do. Hey, listen, and I'm speaking off experience. Like when I was telling people Grand Rising, I wanted something. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted something. A lot of these, but see, listen, a lot of these dudes will try to grand rise themselves into some vagina. I've seen it. I've
But
seen it
bro,
happen.
how many years have you known me, bro?
No, 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 not
No,
you.
no,
But I'm
listen, I get what you're saying. But dudes, they'll pull that, when I'm on my spiritual journey though, and like I'm so tapped in that people don't know how tapped in
right.
I am. Like I hear your thoughts tapped in. Like
Okay.
when you talking to me, the way you place your words, it's like you know how they see them numbers in the matrix.
Yeah.
The way you
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
some
Yeah. Yeah.
words, I know exactly what's on your mind when you talking to me. So like you've been knowing me a long time, and you know I texted in the dark. Look, we ain't even on that. You
Facts.
grow, I'll grow
Facts.
your ass real quick.
Facts.
You grow real
But
quick,
but you know what? You know
and
what? That's something else too. Cause I was just telling one of my guys, like, you know what? You can think you coming on to a chick, and then they will friend zone the fuck out of you very quick,
yeah.
and you won't even know that you was friend zone. You just wake up one day and you bro, or you big cuz or whatever, and you wouldn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And it be like, how the fuck did we get here?
Because like, and that's where people get it so mistaken with me at because like I'm very family oriented.
Facts.
Um, I had my father, I had my mother, I had both of my grandfathers, I had both of my grandmothers, aunties,
Mm,
uncles who love the out of me. You hear me?
yeah.
Cousins, my family loves me. So when I come around people and I let people even get in just a tad bit, like even on my Facebook page, probably never seen me a day in their life. But when I approach them, they gonna feel like they knew me forever because I'm open to that. And so a lot of dudes, when I'm laughing with them, when I'm talking to them, when I'm encouraging them, when
Yep.
things like that, they take it as, oh, this is an open door for me to approach to have something more with her. And I be like, sorry, sir, but that ain't the route we taking. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I
Yeah.
got to blow your ass now because you think it's gonna be something else. And when you in the bro zone, that's where you at because I look at you like family. So I'm not trying to open that door. If I want you, you gonna know I want you because I'm gonna tell you I
Facts.
want you. You feel me?
Facts.
I'm very open, bro. I want you. That's what I'm gonna
And
tell you. So
I think to me, when you um state your intentions through the door, that way down the line it ain't no time for confusion. You don't get your dots mixed up. You know exactly what it is. Like, I think for me, the boldness of who I am, I'm gonna let you know through the gate what exactly it is we here for. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how you prevent yourself from getting hurt in the long run. Because if you are into someone and you feel like, hey, if I greet them like this every morning, if I'm attentive, if I message them and check and see how they day was, if I, let them know, send little emojis, things like that, that could put you in a good position. But if that person that you're doing all this to, men and women, and they feel like, nah, I just see you as a sis, I just see you as a bro, then you know what I'm saying? That energy shifts after that, though. You know what
because
I'm
see,
saying?
people are so attached to expectations now to
Yep.
where they give so much because they looking to receive. So it's not genuine. And when you
Yep.
approaching a woman like me, I could feel that shit through the door. I know where you coming from with it. I know why you telling me grand rising every morning. I know it's not
Mm-hmm.
genuine. This is every morning. Do you text your woman like that? Do you text your mama every morning? Do you text your daughter every morning? And like,
Facts.
I'm the type of person, I'm so sarcastic and I'm petty as fuck. You know I'm petty. I would ask you like, did you text your daughter? How's your daughter doing? Or how your kids doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I would do that because like,
Facts.
and if you don't catch where I'm coming from with it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like your feelings is your feelings. It don't have to be my feelings. You
Exactly.
wanted me don't mean I have to return that. I don't want you
Exactly.
in that way. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if I can't do nothing else in the world, I can make people smile. I can make people laugh. I can take some of that pain away because you don't know. People don't look at me in my face for years and never knew I was in depression.
Wow.
Never knew. Never knew I was in a deep hole trying to crawl up out. Never knew I was crying every night. Never knew anything. You
How
feel
did you
me?
how did you get over that? That
Um, it was a very painful experience. I'm not gonna lie. I did a heart chakra meditation where I focused solely on my heart, the pains of my heart, the happiness in my heart, why was the pain there, what can I do to overcome the pain, stuff like that. I did a heart chakra meditation, and it was very painful because so much stuff about my childhood, my past coming up because I was one of them kids that teachers picked on because they thought she was spoiled or the nurse may eat out the garbage can. I was her. You know what I'm saying? So like I tapped into that and I knew like I had to forgive a lot of things in order for me to carry on. Or I would just always be this dark person. You know what I'm saying? To myself, not to the world, because when I came out to the world, I gave them the best parts of me. But I was giving them the parts of me that I needed. I wasn't giving it to me. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a very painful experience to turn that mirror on yourself and have to look at you in that light, like, you know. So I just started working on myself and then I wrote down a list of things that I wanted in my life. And
yeah.
I started paying more attention to that than my obstacles. I started paying more attention to that than my pain. And once I started replacing my power with the pain shit, like it was like
I get it.
I still got some pain to heal. You know what I'm saying? Because you go through many experiences. I still have pain that I haven't dealt with in the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Not till its fullest thing to just sit down and clear my energy and like to fully accept what happened and to forgive those that were a part of it. You know, so I still got that. I'm working through that. You know,
Every day it's a battle. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, it's a marathon. It ain't a
it
sprint.
is.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you go through things, sometimes there are you might never get triggered by it again, and then there might be a day that you wake up
You
and you
might
do
get
get
triggered
triggered
back.
by it. Yeah, yeah,
But you know, the
definitely.
thing that helped me out throughout my life with everything, I'm talking about since my first relationship, I don't know where it came from, but that's just how I viewed it. And as I got older, I figured out that that was how I was supposed to do it. I viewed everything as lessons. I
Facts.
trained my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's how I tricked myself to believe and to forgive some people. Like I had to really trick myself and tell me it wasn't their fault. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was my fault. That's when I was lying to myself to get over it.
Yep.
When but it taught me how to take accountability and to really look at myself too, and know that everything that happened in my life is my cause too. You get what I'm saying? So I do better the next time. But I looked at everything as a lesson, like I still do today. Everything is a lesson that I go through. I don't take it as I never looked at life as coincidences happen. I always believe in mystical things, the unicorns, the mermaids, the always. So, now that I'm at the point that I'm at now and I'm tapped into so much, I
Mm-hmm.
realized that that journey that path I was walking then was leading me to this point now. You know what I'm saying? And that shit started when I was 9 years old. So, like, the only person I didn't forgive because I couldn't wait to see her again was Miss Johnson. But
What the hell, Miss
that,
Johnson do?
that teacher used to abuse me. That teacher thought
Okay.
I was so spoiled. Well, I was,
Listen,
but it wasn't.
listen. I was bad as hell. My desk used to go on the outside of the classroom, so I know it's a bunch of them teachers I wanted to get back. They used to put my desk in the hallway. They ain't had
But
no
see, I
time for.
wasn't bad. I was the quiet kid. I was the shy kid. I wasn't even the kid that'll raise her hand in class. But I knew everything. I knew the answer to everything. But I never raised my hand. I was that kid. I always did what I was told to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't a bad kid, period. Even at home, I wasn't bad. I was always to myself. I was always quiet.
Okay. All right. Well, man, listen. It's always something. This was something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to get you on one of these shows. Even when I first started podcasting, I was like, yo, me and you, we could do a show together. And you were so focused on music and everything else. And you used to always say, yeah, we gonna do it. We gonna do it. And we finally did it. So shout out to you, man. All right, so look, this segment
Shout out
here.
to you. I'm so sick of your name, bro.
All right, so you know what? Smash is a euphemism. Like it has a meaning to it. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
know.
saying, you know what I'm saying? So I take it as, in stride and learning, you know, so but what we gonna do is final thoughts, man. Do you got any like words of wisdom? And when you do that, drop down everywhere they can find you, and things like that. Everything that you want to put out there and let them know, where they can find you. They can find your music and things like that. But before you do that, tomorrow night I'm going live. I'm getting up with my old crew. Smash House is gonna be in the building tomorrow night. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some fun. So everybody tap into Miss Songbird. Let her give your final thoughts, words of wisdom, and then let everybody know, where they can find you at and what you and whatnot.
My name is Tia Songbird. That's capital T, capital E, apostrophe A, Songbird. You can actually Google my name and you will find out so much about me. You'll find my music, my social medias. Um, my word of encouragement is live, and I
Turn this
don't
off.
mean just out here just doing and live. Do what makes you happy. Always put yourself first. Um, Life is
Facts.
an experience, so experience. Take it from somebody who knows. Experience. Life is full of lessons. You know what I'm saying? If you want to tap into more of what I'm talking about, follow my Facebook page, TE apostrophe A Songbird. I am a spiritual advisor. I am a tarot reader. Um, Tap into that SB69 Divine Tarot. That's on Facebook as well. Shout
Okay.
out to my squad, Big Red Entertainment. That's Brandy Martin, Passion Parker, Dreamer 515, Prince Egypt, Sheba Baby. Shout out to Welcome to Red Spot Chicago reality show. Shout out to my extended industry family, Couture Music Management. Shout out to my kids, my family. Shout out to my supporters. I love y'all. Shout out to everybody that send me words of encouragement and and to those that I help on a daily basis. Shout out to everybody that support my music and support my grind. If you love me, I love you. Love and light to you all. Period.
Now listen. I've had Beads on here.
Hey,
I've had Easy O'Hare on here. I've had
okay.
Sinatra's on here.
All
I've
right,
had
now.
Rodis on here. I've had some of the dopest in Chicago, but honestly, all bullshit aside, this is getting you on here was one of my favorites because you know me and you we have that friendship that goes back what 4 or 5 years now. So
Hmm.
I had to do it. Shout out to Crux too, man. I
Yes,
seen the
our
video
song
and the
is
record
so dope.
that you and Crux got. So shout out to Crux, man. That dude grind is amazing, man. That's
It
one of my
don't
people,
matter
you know.
now, no.
So I've been
No, it
trying to
don't
get him
matter
on here.
now.
I've been trying
No,
to get
it
him
don't
on here. I'm gonna get him
matter,
eventually.
baby.
But
Say it
yeah,
don't matter, baby. No, no. Shout out, bro.
man, yes, sir. Man, listen, I appreciate you. And this ain't gonna be the last time I'm gonna get you because
Already, you know, I'm a
I'm gonna
co-host
pull
for you.
you up. But I appreciate you for taking the time. I appreciate you, man. Keep continuing to be you, continue to thrive, and continue to make that voice, you know, out to the masses, man. We need it. So shout out to everybody. We appreciate y'all for stopping through today. I just had
Thank
to chop
y'all.
it up
Thank
with her one
y'all.
time. All right, man. Y'all know what it is. I catch y'all tomorrow night. We out.
Already.